Xbox gaming for life.
Hello everybody and welcome to Japan, Suzuka. For round 16 of the RDF1WC2017, I'm Jim Bronson Blake and I'm here to welcome you to this 5.8k 3.6 mile circuit. The circuit has been on and off the calendar since 1976. That's the year James Hunt won his only championship. And it was also the year that Niki Lauda had a terrible accident at the Nürburgring and returned a matter of weeks after almost dying, only narrowly to lose the title to Hunt here at Suzuka. What a legend, what a track. This track has also seen 13 champions crowned over its time, Ayrton Senna winning all three of his here, and his rivalry between Prost was fierce. Prost won one here, and so did Damon Hill, Michael Schumacher, Nelson Piquet, Mika Hakkinen, and of course the last person to win one here, you all know him, his name's Sebastian Vettel. We hope we're going to have a great race for you here today in a track that's just steeped in rich history. Championships won, championship lost. Speaking of championships lost, there was Valtteri Bottas, and over to his teammates, Lewis Hamilton, who we appear to have got his starting position mixed up. Lewis is actually going to be starting in fourth with Valtteri in second alongside Lethal Sniper, who's going to be in first. There's Kimi Räikkönen, who's going to be in fifth, with his teammate Rizaldo in fourth. Jolyon Palmer getting a handshake from his engineer there. We don't know if he's going to last much longer on the grid this year. In fact, the rumours are that he's already looking elsewhere for drives next year, if there are any seats available. There's Stoffel van Dorn, who's going to find himself in the exact same position as McLaren are looking to take on one of their younger drivers. Valtteri Bottas really needs to focus up for this race, and we're going to go over to Tad and Dougie, who are caught up in the commentary box here in Suzuka, where, yes, there is no air conditioning, and it's very hot here today.
Hello there everybody at home, we're about to take over here with Lethal Sniper. It's about to go lights out.
I'm Dad Bennington!
And we're off!
Yes, we are, Dougie.
Lethal Sniper with an excellent start there, and he's pulling away from Lewis Hamilton, but Rizaldo getting past Bottas on the inside, and they're going around the corner there, and we think, oh, there's been, it appears there's been a problem with Valtteri Bottas. We're going to catch that on Rizaldo's start. Rizaldo up into second though, and he's staying there for the moment as there's Lethal Sniper coming through the S-curves.
Yeah, Lethal Sniper coming through the S-curves. What a start there from the young man himself, and he's put himself well out into first. And he's going around the track here at some good distance, and we get Rizaldo out on his start. Let's see, we've got Bottas on the inside there. It's high revs. Oh, he's out of the blocks, and look at that. Look at that, he's pulling Bottas right in, and that's an excellent start. He's right on the rear of Lethal Sniper. Going around the outside of the 180-degree curve here, turn one. Lethal Sniper, he hasn't really made any mistakes, but he's had to be a bit cautious there going through with Valtteri, as there was some contact there, and we're with ToastParabola now.
ToastParabola here, we're going to see what happens from lights out with him. He's got Lewis Hamilton on the inside, Rizaldo just ahead. Here we're going to get probably the best view of what happened to Valtteri Bottas, although Toast not making the greatest start, but he's really sifting through those gears quickly and getting to where he needs to go. Oh, it's actually his teammate. Lewis Hamilton just caught him with his front left tyre there on Valtteri's right rear, and it spun him into that 180-degree first corner. What an absolute nightmare for Valtteri Bottas, especially when he's chasing the championship. Toto Wolff is not going to be happy, and Niki Lauda, I'm sure, will not be either after this race.
You can guarantee that.
What an absolute mare, I must say.
Yeah, well, when your rival is currently sitting in first, as we're on board with Rizaldo, and he's behind Lethal Sniper at this point. When Lethal Sniper Sniper's out in first in the kind of form that he's in. Valtteri Bottas cannot afford any mistakes, and for his teammate to do that, it's not going to go down well at the Mercedes garage. I'm sure Lewis didn't mean it. Oh, as Toast makes a dive bomb on Lewis Hamilton. Hamilton getting a bit of his own medicine there, and Toast gets in front and a bit of a collision with Ronaldo on the rear. I wonder if that's given the Ferrari any damage as Lethal Sniper goes fastest, and we're on to the second lap of the race.
Hey, on to the second lap of the race there as they're coming around the 180-degree turn, turn 1. Into turn 2 here, the S-curves. Dropping it down into 5th gear, should be here. Just popping it uphill on the S-curves here, and just keeping it in the same gear as he comes around to Dunlop. You want to be pushing it up there and out and get a great exit out to Degnar. ToastParabola now. We've got him here on 130R as he's coming down the back straight. That's the next turn that he's going to be facing. And that's a flat-out left-hander.
Bolts to the wall.
He's got the biggest cojones as Hamilton is all over the rear of ToastParabola here. He's got a better engine, and that was a long straight, and he's got him right. He's got right on the rear of ToastParabola. And Toast is under pressure here from Lewis Hamilton, and they're only on the second lap as Lethal Sniper goes quickest. Rizaldo now coming over in second place. DRS has been enabled. He betters his previous lap, but he hasn't gone quickest on the board as that's Lethal Sniper, who's got a wee bit away now.
He's fast.
And yes, as we see Lethal Sniper coming through these S-curves. And as he gets to the top of this one, he's just pushing a little bit here or there. Oh, he's on a bit of curb, and he's lost it a wee bit. Oh, just a wee bit of a skid there from Lethal Sniper. And as he rejoins Dunlop, we've got Rizaldo going past on the inside. What an excellent Rizaldo keeping in touch there to be able to get past there. Excellent stuff from him as he goes around Degnar, and as he coming under the bridge. He is now in first place. How will he make that last as ToastParabola has managed to not get past his teammate? He was just a bit too far back. Lethal was able to recover in time. Toast, however, is right on the rear of that car, probably within DRS. And will he keep that? And will he keep pushing Lethal? Lethal Sniper here leading the championship in second place as Rizaldo is in first after lap 4 here. As we begin lap 4 here, sorry.
Yeah, Rizaldo here, absolutely amazing stuff. Absolutely amazing. He's just stuck around the leader there, and as soon as he has, he's used this Ferrari, which has been great all weekend, to put it exactly where he needs to, and he's now looks like he can capitalise as long as he can hold on to this. We know he's prone for a mistake, but let's see. Let's not curse him here already.
I don't want to give him the curse there, Dan.
No, I definitely don't. He's had a rough year already, and I do not want to be adding to that. Rizaldo, though, out in front, Lethal Sniper in second, coming through these S-curves. Seems to me we've got a lot of highlight footage through here. This is where maybe all the action's happening. We're on lap 4 now of 13, and so we're expecting them to come into the pits any time in the next few laps. But we'll just have to wait to see. As you see the big Ferris wheel in the background there, always an attraction here in Japan. It's not the only place that has one. There's one in Silverstone, and there's one in Baku as well that we can remember. But, Singapore. And Lethal Sniper coming around Degnar and under the bridge there, very tidily.
Aye, and it's Lewis Hamilton all over the rear of ToastParabola, and he's passed him into the first corner. This is a replay. Oh, Toast braking very late on the outside, managed to keep the position. He has completely played chicken with Lewis Hamilton there and come off the victor. He has managed to keep hold of that third position. He's behind Lethal Sniper, his teammate, but Lewis Hamilton is really looking to get on the back of him.
Yeah, Rizaldo here, who sets the purple sector here, second purple sector as he comes around 130R, braking right into the Casio triangle. And this will be the penultimate corner, the final corner here, and there's the Ferris wheel from the other side of the track, so you can see that the track is on one side, and it also crosses the other as Rizaldo goes fastest here. Lethal Sniper's got no response, and Rizaldo seems to be pulling away here in the Japanese Grand Prix. That Ferrari really coming into its own as he takes the first corner. Lethal Sniper following in tow. He's got a great line through there, and he's got a great bit of ground made up on Rizaldo there as we're with Toast.
Aye, and he's coming around 130R. Would you expect it? And there is the Ferris wheel. You see it's on the right-hand side. And then you go through the Casio triangle, and it's on your left-hand side. Now on your right-hand side again. And then back to the left-hand side as ToastParabola comes into the pits. Pitting from third place here. He's got a teeny bit of damage, but he should have a quick pit stop here. Let's see how long that takes. They're not changing the wing. 2 seconds, he's being held for some reason.
What's going on?
And Lewis Hamilton's been let out in front of him.
That's crazy.
Oh, my.
Do you know what happened there, Dougie?
I do not know.
That's going to cost ToastParabola.
No. Yes,
it is.
Oh, Tad, I don't know. Lewis Hamilton
Has been a lucky boy.
for some reason has been let out ahead of ToastParabola there. So ToastParabola is now obviously in 14th on the grid at the moment. But if everybody was to pit on the next lap, he would go and he would only be back up into 4th place. That's one away from the podium. He's going to have to chase Lewis Hamilton down now.
Yes, he's been very unlucky there.
I agree, Tad. I think he is. I really think he is.
Yeah, and as we've got Lethal Sniper going around Degnar here, he's chasing Rizaldo. He's getting a bit closer with that purple first sector. Lethal Sniper really pushing all the way. He's going to go from here till the end of this race, and he's not going to give up. This kid just keeps fighting and fighting. He is a winner as they go round the hairpin. Rizaldo, you can see he's just got, I think he's just out of DRS range, Rizaldo, so he's doing enough to keep him away. As ToastParabola here, coming round the Dunlop curve. He is right behind Lewis Hamilton.
Look at Lewis in that Mercedes just pulling away here. Oh, if only Valtteri hadn't have had that incident in the first lap and dropped way outside of the point. Joe's running a little weight there, but he's managed to hold on to it, avoiding the gravel trap.
And Lethal Sniper coming into the pits right behind Rizaldo. Is there going to be anything dangerous here? They've both gone into the pit box at the same time. Lethal with a great pit stop there. And we look at Rizaldo now. They're about the same time, and Rizaldo gets released first.
That he does there, Tad, and he's out in front, which is great news for Rizaldo. He's managed to keep this position. He will, however, rejoin the race. It looks like it might be in... Hold on, as we see, they go past. A couple of cars go past there, and he's rejoining the race in 6th place. He's got a few overtakes to get past. And obviously, if these do not pit within the next lap or two, but they will pit eventually. So Rizaldo keeps first place, technically, by proxy, as we've got ToastParabola here. Fresh out of the pits, and he makes the move on Ericsson, and he's obviously got in way too hot there. And Ericsson has put the brakes on a bit harsh, and Toast has got damage again. Will he need to come in and change? Or will he be able to maintain the remainder of this race, which obviously is going to affect him catching Lewis Hamilton. And Rizaldo on the inside of Julian Palmer with Nico Hulkenberg next in line. He's up into P4. Is he going to get Hulk here? Well, look at the power of this, of the SF70H. This Sears Ferrari is quite the dream, not as long as the Mercedes, but ever so great around the corners, and it's finding the power out there as Lethal Sniper jumps past Julian Palmer there. Lethal Sniper in the RB13, it's not been its best. Red Bull obviously with a 13 incarnation of their car and won 4 Constructor Championships, so the averages is not too bad. Is Lethal Sniper going to make a move on Hulkenberg down here into 130R? He's not. He's taking the sensible option. Yes, my heart was in my mouth there, Dougie, as Rizaldo goes on the inside of Kevin Magnussen and just barges him out of the way. These guys should technically get out of the way as they're not racing them, but then there's always a chance the guy from behind can get through as Lethal Sniper now passes Kevin Magnussen, and it's not easy out there. And Rizaldo on the outside of Carlos Sainz into the first corner. Carlos Sainz has hit him. Oh, Rizaldo taking his hand off the wheel, and that's got to have cost him. He's gone onto the grass, and Lethal Sniper is now passed. Oh, what a... We need a replay of that. I'm sure we'll get one quite soon as Rizaldo rejoins the track as ToastParabola goes through there. Rizaldo all over the shop. Doesn't look like he's got any heat in those tyres, and he's losing positions. And that's Roman Grosjean. He's out of the race. Rizaldo responsible for Roman Grosjean out of the race there. And Lance Stroll goes past. This is not good for Rizaldo. Down in 13th. He is just over-revving. He is not happy with Carlos Sainz. And there is Carlos Sainz to speak of the devil. And Valtteri Bottas even goes past. This is not going to be a great day from Rizaldo. 25 points, potentially down to 0 as Lethal Sniper now just holding back on Kevin Magnussen here round the hairpin. Around the hairpin, he's going to push around him on the curve here. And he looks like he may have the inside line on Spoon. He doesn't need to take Magnussen on here. Magnussen will be pitting soon, and with Rizaldo out of the race, there's a long way back, but Lethal Sniper is a racer, and he is going to overtake people as he comes around Spoon onto the back straight, and then heading into 130R. We've got Rizaldo here into the gravel trap, and he's got Julian Palmer on his outside there. Nico Hulkenberg, and Rizaldo is down in 14th. And Carlos Sainz, if we looking back at the replay that we saw a moment ago, and I'm sure we may see again, it was Carlos Sainz's fault. He's not racing Rizaldo, and he manages to go. Rizaldo goes past fairly on the outside as we got Toast here. This should be bread and butter. Oh, him and Pascal Wehrlein through the S-curves there. Toast trying the outside. He's going to go inside out again. He's not going to try through Dunlop here, surely. No, he's definitely not. But is he going 2 round in the Degnar?
Toast currently P7. Verline ahead of him means that Verline has not pitted yet. He is on the soft tyres and will be changing to the super softs once he does pit. But we've got Toast. He looked inside there. Oh, a little bit of wing collision. But he's managed to get the brakes on just in time and hasn't caused any problems for Pascal Verline there. Toast manages to get past Verline, even though Verline will be coming in, and he's got Hamilton ahead of him. As Rizaldo back on sides here, this is going to be interesting. What is going to happen here? Oh, Rizaldo's gone wide. I think that's because he's running with very little front nose. If he pits again, he was definitely lap over. He's got himself back up to P11 from P14, so he's doing well. He's almost back in the points. As another replay with Toast. Yes, another replay with Toast. Oh, team race.
Head on now, mate. Sorry about that with the pit stop. We don't know how Hamilton got out ahead of you there. They weren't specifically quicker. We have no idea. We were being held. If it's cost you second place, we are sorry. We did want the 1-2, but just keep pushing and go for it.
Nice stage pit stop. That really cost him there as Rizaldo goes wide in the gravel.
Oh no, another mistake from Rizaldo, and now Magnussen and Hulkenberg have reclaimed those places, and he is back down. He is not happy with this at all, and he's gone flying into the back of the hole. He's nuts, he's dangerous out there, and he's up into 12th, but he's going to have some issues, and it seems like he's having trouble changing gears. Rizaldo not having a great day since the spin, as the weather looks to be drawing in around that part. It's very dark there, so I'm sure the track's nowhere near as hot as it is on some of the other places. This is Lethal Sniper now. This looks to be it. He's coming round the final corner. This has got to be all she wrote. Oh no, sorry. There's 3 laps still to go. That's my fault. My glasses, and I believed it was the 13th lap. And to rub insult into injury, Lethal Sniper goes fastest there as Rizaldo is still fighting Jolyon Palmer here. Down in P13. And Toast on the podium as it currently stands at the minute up into P3. He's got Kimi Räikkönen behind him though, and Kimi Räikkönen is gaining every second at this point, because Toast with the wing damage, so the Ferrari of Räikkönen is really going to be pushing for a podium with 2 laps to go here. He's right behind him. Is Toast going to hold on?
Well, I don't really know there. As we go into this first corner, Toast is taking the inside line. As you move to the outside line, he may have cost himself a bit there, and Kimi has gone through. Kimi with an excellent line. Toast has been bumped down off the podium again. From starting 5th on the grid, obviously from Rizaldo. Oh, he's gone straight into the back of Jolyon Palmer. I don't know how the car is still moving. He's cut the corner there. This is ridiculous. This sounds awful. I don't know why they haven't retired the car. He must be in some fit of rage out there. He is not in control of his emotions. No, I agree with you, Tad. He shouldn't be driving. He should not be driving at this point. Oh, what a shame for Rizaldo. What a shame. But we're with ToastParabola here on lap 11 as he's just done the smooth curve there. And he's just making his way. He's going to just see it through. Esteban Ocon. Actually, Esteban Ocon is closing, so Toast, with 2 laps to go, is going to have a battle on his hands at some point over these 2 laps. And Rizaldo's over to the gravel trip around the Dunlop curve, and that's 2 more that have just gone through on the inside. And as he comes into Degnar here, and off into another gravel trap, he's got no front wing, and he's pushing. He is pushing. He's trying to give it all that he can, and he's just trying to get round here, I think, just to show that he can. And as he does, and he's not. Oh, he's managed to get the braking done. This is tragic. And this just shows, I suppose. I don't know how Rizaldo got past Palmer there. That's very strange. But he managed to, and Palmer also Rizaldo just giving that position back to Jolyon Palmer. And everybody could see that coming. Rizaldo didn't have his head screwed on, and he's crashed into Jolyon Palmer. I don't know if he's cost Jolyon the race, but as we know, Jolyon won't be with us next year in Formula 1, so I don't know if he's that fussed about that incident there. But Rizaldo is out of the race. He will score no points today, and Kimi Räikkönen will gain what looks to be a commanding lead over his teammate with 4 races to go. As Lethal Sniper here, a formality. There goes the hand, there goes the flag, there goes the win for Lethal Sniper. Excellent stuff from Lethal Sniper there as always. And there's confirmation of Rizaldo's retirement. He's just got himself back to the pit lane, and he's going to have a lot of explaining to do. Ferrari will not be happy with him. They've given him a car this year that could have won this championship, and he's in 5th position. His teammate is in 4th, is in 3rd on the grid, and he's showing what can be done with that car. And that is why Kimi Räikkönen looks the favourite to get this seat for next season. As ToastParabola comes over the line in 4th,
with Valtteri Bottas finishing lower and Lethal Sniper in first and Hamilton in third. That means that the Red Bulls are now on top of the Constructors' Championship. As we look at today's standings, we've got Lethal Sniper in first, Lewis Hamilton second, Kimi Räikkönen, Parabola, Esteban Ocon, Sergio Perez, Lance Stroll, Valtteri Bottas, who managed to get up into the points actually into 8th place. It's only a few, but it's not going to be anywhere near enough to challenge Lethal Sniper. Felipe Massa finishing in 9th, Carlos Sainz in 10th, Magnussen, Alonso, Van Dorn, and then we've got Verlaine, Kvyat, Ericsson, Hulkenberg, Palmer, and the two that did not finish today, Rosaldo and Roman Grosjean. Rosaldo taking Roman Grosjean out, so Jolyon Palmer managed to finish the race, but in last place. I'm sure, well, it's an improvement from where he qualified, apparently. So as we check the driver's standings, Lethal Sniper are clear 70 points ahead. Kimi Räikkönen only 9 points behind Valtteri Bottas, so that really shows what Rosaldo could have done in the Ferrari this year. Although Toast, with the Red Bull there, he's languishing behind and Lethal is top of the championship, as Lewis Hamilton is also closing in on his teammate. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe Lewis thought, I'm not finishing behind Valtteri in his second year. I've already done that to Nico, so I'll give you a little shove. Get you out of the way. You've already been racing pants this second half of the season and I've been much better, so I'm going to finish ahead of us. Right, so there's the driver's standings, and as you saw, Red Bull at top with Mercedes and then Ferrari. Here's Jim with the podium. Thank you, Dougie. Lethal Sniper there on top of the podium again, and he's accompanied in second place Lewis Hamilton and third place Kimi Räikkönen. Rosaldo was really pushing for most of that race and could have taken the win, but he had an incident, fell back, and he lost his place, and he actually ended up crashing out near the end. ToastParabola getting some important points for Red Bull as they are now ahead of Mercedes in the Constructors' Championship. A couple of races to go, and with Valtteri Bottas' slip-up, Lethal Sniper is looking happy at the top of the championship. He's leading now, and Valtteri, after the last couple of races and the kind of form that Valtteri's on, it doesn't look like he's going to make any real challenge, and Lethal Sniper can take this home. But this is racing, and there's a few races to go, so we are not sure. However, Red Bull, as we say, are up ahead of Mercedes, and that's looking good. Kimi Räikkönen finishing third there means that he's now ahead of Rosaldo by quite an amount, with Rosaldo getting a DNF. We're going to go over to Tad, who's in the driver's pen, and he's with ToastParabola first. Over to Tad. Toast, a great first half to the race there, but after being held back in the pits, which allowed Lewis Hamilton to get ahead, you ended up finishing behind. Can you talk us through that?
Yeah, keeping it together in the first corner was key. With Bottas going off track, gave us our first gain of the day. And then the second came later on in the same lap when I outbraked Hamilton into the hairpin. It was all over my back after that, and all the way up to the pit stops where we were being held for incoming traffic, and him being further up the pit lane. He got into the gap before us and took back that position. Unfortunately, that's the way it goes sometimes. Yeah, I was struggling to keep up with Hamilton straight out of the pits, and picked up some wing damage going past Ericsson, so we couldn't really keep up the same pace that we had been going at before, and lost the position to Kimi just before the end.
Indeed. You ended up in fourth due to Rosaldo's accident, so finished one place higher than you started. It could have been a podium, though. The car didn't look right on the soft compound for you.
Fourth is alright, though. Fourth is okay. Particularly getting some gains on Rosaldo, our main rival at the moment in the table.
Rosaldo, I stand here disappointed for you today. You were leading that race until right near the end. Talk us through what happened. Oh, Dad, I got murder Carlos Sainz today. Oh, come on, I mean, everybody knows out there. I've just come out of the pits. He still hasn't pitted. He wants to keep track position so that the people behind, but there was nobody behind that would have got past him. He had to just keep it real. I just gone around the outside of turn one, and he hits me, and he sends me off into the barriers, costing me the race win and points that I was going to make up on Kimi Räikkönen today, who now finished third. Congratulations, Kimi, but obviously I wanted to beat him, and I would have if it wasn't for Carlos Sainz. I am not happy at all. Hey, Carlos, what? Come on, what was that about? He's not gonna do, I'm afraid. That's just not good enough. As you see that Daddy, he seems very remorseless. Carlos Sainz, what an idiot. Obviously not happy with Carlos Sainz there, Rosaldo, and we're sorry for the viewers at home. as if there was any bad language heard during that piece. Rosaldo, so this obviously now means that you're a lot further behind Kimi Räikkönen in the title, in the chase for the seat. 4 races to go after today. How do you see yourself, and where do you see yourself at the end of the season? Well, whatever seat Carlos Sainz is currently racing in, I want his. Especially if he's going to cost me a first seat in Ferrari. I hope this goes into consideration at the end of the year. The team will be magnificent. All weekend, the car was perfect. We were exactly where we needed to be. We came out of the pit stop ahead of Lethal Sniper, and we were just going for it with the last few laps. It was like 2 laps to go, 3 laps to go. I mean, seriously, Carlos. Lethal, it is a win, but after your spill in turn 5, it didn't look that way. You allowed Rosaldo to get past, and he was in the lead for most of the race. I suppose you've got Carlos Sainz to thank for this, as he collided with Rosaldo late on. If he hadn't, do you think the Red Bull had it in the tank?
Yeah, Tad, the team worked tirelessly this weekend, and with a few laps to go, I couldn't see us getting past the Ferrari. But as you said, he collided with Sainz, meaning his race was compromised, and the win comes to us. So I'm happy with that, and the team should be too.
Well, I'm sure they are, and you're doing an excellent job there with the Red Bulls, and Christian will be happy to sign that contract for you next year, I'm sure. But Valtteri, he's had a different turn of affairs, and it appears to be having a torrid time at the minute, ever since you got back in the lead of the championship. And after the first corner, basically, he was out of the race with the damage he was sustained. He managed to carry on, but he couldn't get back into the points, and he now finds himself 70 points off you with 100 left on the table. Can you see the finishing line at this point?
It's not far off, Tad, and I'd be lying if I didn't say I'd thought about it once I crossed the line and was told where Valtteri finished. I mean, it's been a shame for Valtteri over the last few races. I expected it to be a lot closer at this stage, but luck appears to have played its part, good and bad for us both. Win next time out all but guarantees the title, and Toast and I find ourselves 4 points up in the Constructors. It's coming together at the right time of year, Tad. I'll see you in USA.
See you in the USA, Lethal. Back to Jim in the studio.
Well, thank you there, Tad. I appreciate that. And it's been a great race here today with Lethal Sniper taking all of the spoils.
There's 4 races left to go in the RDF1WC 2017. That's USA, Mexico, Brazil and Abu Dhabi. We hope you've had an excellent time and really enjoyed the race. So until next time, as always, be excellent to one another.
If you like these videos, subscribe, give me some likes, turn on your notifications, and if you're feeling especially fruity, contact me on Twitter @Sib1kenobi.